Hi, my name is Jimmy. I was drug addicted, alcoholic, violent criminal from the ages of, I started about 14 when I first drank, and I was a blackout drinker. I got into cocaine really heavily, then I got into smoking the cocaine, and that's when my life really was just a mess. I knocked off convenience stores, I mugged people, I hurt a lot of people, and I ended up almost killing a woman and her 2 children in a ridiculous drunken accident, and then I went right to prison. Got out of prison, and from 20 to 30, my whole life was just a revolving door of prisons, rehabs, and mental institutions.
I've been the liar, I've been that thief, hanging on a cross, mercy looking at me, saying, will you believe? I've been the one, broken and stained. I felt the weight, I know the pain, the choices I've made. Oh.
At the age of 30, I ended up on a job site with a guy I used to commit criminal acts with. He had this beautiful peace about him that I just could not understand, and I wanted it. He invited me out to his church. I felt something that was undeniable. It was beautiful. And I started reading the Bible, and it started to speak to me, and I started changing the ways of my living, but I couldn't stop drinking, I couldn't stop doing drugs. So I went back to rehab for the 5th time. The drugs and alcohol were just taken away from me, but I knew it had to be God. I got my minister's license, I became a youth pastor, I went on missions trips, I did street preaching, street evangelizing. My dad was diagnosed with cancer in 2015. When my dad died, I totally lost it, and I went out and started drinking a lot more. It got to the point where one night, my daughter, who was going to Penn State University, she said she was driving home and she just felt like she had to come check on me. And when she got to the house, I was in my bedroom, looking up at the ceiling, covered in vomit, and I was unresponsive. When I woke up in the hospital, I seen all my family members, my brother, my sister, my daughter, just wailing. And I saw my pastor, and then the doctor came and told me I should be dead. I was 6.1% alcohol level. And I remember just feeling such guilt.
And you wanna hide, but you were never meant to walk alone, so let me stand by your side.
And that's someone who teach you. So I went to this beautiful man's kitchen once a week for 3-4 hours, and I just sat there quietly and had him read to me. I finally let God just take over the way he wanted, and I allowed somebody else to help me. I started to become willing, open-minded, I got honest, I became vulnerable. My whole life has changed. It'll be 2 years that I'll have not one drop of alcohol. I get to share now with other people. I'm working with addicts and alcoholics, but I know why I'm sitting here. It's because he's